Mogadishu, Berbera, Bosaso, Hargeisa. Our cities' names were never meant to be pronounced by you.
No.
Their delicate sounds never meant to pass your lips, their syllables not meant to brush against your wagging tongues, but they did anyway. You put them all in your mouth and tried to speak like a child playing with his dinner plate, except your dinner was fighting back and it wasn't acid reflux. A dinner consisting of shepherd's pie and the broken dreams of nomadic travelers, my ancestors didn't know what to think. We wanted to be the sky. And we were still fighting our wars through old school rap battles, but it was obvious you had already sold your word to the poetic devil for your piece of Africa. A girl in my class told me today she didn't know Africa was colonized. Right. I guess all those West African countries learned French for the fun of it, decided to pick it up after a study abroad trip, or thought that Les Miserables deserved to be read in its original French. This is bullshit. Why is it that every time I enter into a conversation about Africa, the last 200 years of history are conveniently forgotten? Why is it that people not so subtly suggest Africans were better off colonized than we are today, and fail to see the connection between colonization and how we are today? They tell me that history is written by the winners. But how are we supposed to learn the truth about anything when our history books have been colonized as well? You see, the oh-so-great European imperialists found it their duty to civilize us, changed our children's names to make it easier on their tongues, raped and pillaged and depleted our resources, and now they tell us, pull yourself up from your bootstraps. We did it. Why can't you?
Oh, come on.
You see, we wanted to be the sky. We wanted to be the sky. We wanted to be the sky, but it's hard to share a sky when it's filled with drone strikes that seem to only fall on our children. They call it collateral damage. We call it a lost generation. Even after all of this, they have the audacity to ask us why we hate them. I think it's because we're running out of reasons not to.
Oh.
I wanted to tell that girl in my class that we can't afford ignorance. We don't have the privilege of not knowing our histories. We live it every day. Mogadishu, Hargeisa, Berbera, Bosaso. Our cities' names were never meant to be pronounced by you. And while we looked towards the sky for one last time, we realized that it had been colonized as well.